What's going on, world? How you guys doing? This is Argustic Dunbar, the hybrid entrepreneur, coming at you again, bringing you another edition of Free Enterprise Friday. I'm here with my guy William. William, what's going on, baby? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
I'm actually here. You know, William, Celestial.
Yeah.
Celestial Pictures.
Yeah. My production company, and the partner and I run Celestial Pictures LLC.
Celestial Pictures,
based out in.
But he also he part time. He stunt doubles as DJ Khaled on the weekends, right?
I'm DJ Khaled stunt double.
No, I want to make that joke. No, but Will, the crazy thing about this is I like how we just met literally today, right? I have an event going on, the BYOB, the Be Your Own Boss Mixer. He literally is like, I'm from Kansas. I'm just out here right now. Let's do it. And like it just literally, I think it was like divine intervention or something like that. So thanks for coming out today, brother. So just a little bit about, William's background right now. Did the corporate thing for like 6 years or so. Had the entrepreneurial bug with the videos and production company and everything like that. Has about 1 million views right now on YouTube. Has worked with artists and rappers. Is it in the Kansas area, Kansas City?
Yeah. They, most of them originated from Kansas City, but it's like national acts. Like they've been around, they tour the country. So they got fans all over and stuff like that.
And so you were saying that the person you work with, the highest video view count, the guy's like 27 million views on like one video. So those are numbers that we're talking about, right, man? And so I wanted to introduce you to the people so they know a little bit about your credentials. But I wanted to specifically let you know that we're talking to a younger demographic right now. 18 to like 25, 30, 35, somewhere in there.
Right.
They've got the entrepreneurial bug. They currently have a full-time income, want to run their own business, and for some reason, they just haven't started, or they're thinking about it, or maybe they've got it at the beginning stages. Right. And I wanted to be able to invite in people who can bring them value, right? Yeah. So I guess tell me a little bit about how you got your start. So you were in corporate doing what, and then how did y'all get started?
Right. So how I got my start is I actually went to school for like cinematography, video and stuff like that.
4 years, like a university?
Yeah. Okay. Like university, got a Bachelor of Science in it. And basically, I worked different jobs. Like I worked like news stations, things like that.
I hear that's not a very high paying career. Like
not starting off. Yeah. Paying peanuts. And then when I was in Kansas City, I worked like a corporate job. Well, with that corporate job, I started producing video content on my own. I actually went, got my own camera, opened up a line of credit, just, got it on there and, just started getting it in. Mm-hmm. And, over the years, I kind of balanced that between my day job, learning some stuff.
What were you doing in corporate?
I had a corporate job where it was like, I was working for ADT.
Okay.
To where it's like, you're the person that people call if like, their alarm's going off, something like that.
Basically, like ADT, the alarm system.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you were literally working for ADT, the security alarm system.
The security alarm.
And you're the guy who they call is like, hey, my alarm system's not working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I call them,
Okay.
But yeah, like I worked there for 6 years. And during that time, I kind of moved more to a, shifting to more self-entrepreneurship. And even at the time when I was doing it, I didn't realize I was in like an entrepreneur state of mind. I just wanted to follow my passion and do what I do. I didn't really have no plan set out to where it's like, I'm gonna make this a whole business, I'm gonna do that. I just kind of followed my passion.
Your passion. Okay.
Yeah, and over the years I kind of got better and it kind of just evolved into that. So.
Okay. So then what I call it the white hot moment, right? Where like you're going through your day or whatnot, and you're just like, something happens, some situation, it's like, you know what, now I've made the decision. Either I've got to quit my job, or I've got to start this business, or I've got to start charging. Some defining the point in your career to where you're like, I need to make a change, and you did it.
Yeah. To kind of describe that, it was a multitude of factors. It was one to where I was doing all right to where the income I was doing on the side was almost matching like what I was making on my actual job.
All by accident, like you didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was kind of working, I was kind of grinding. It wasn't totally on accident, but did
you set out to replace your full-time income at the very beginning?
Yeah. Oh, well, no, not at the beginning. Okay. So yeah, you can. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But that was kind of a factor on it. And then another one is just I didn't have the flexibility that I needed to where I'm missing out. Like I'm missing out on money.
Tell me, give me a specific situation where you missed out on some money.
So for example, like I said, I went to college for cinematography and stuff. I had some colleagues and stuff that they're working in LA being producers and stuff like that. Well, they brought. I had a colleague that was a producer. He brought a basically a feature film to be filmed near my hometown. And, you know, he called me up. He needed help. And matter of fact, like, since I know him, he was like, oh, yeah, you think you can do this? You know, I got this job for you, 30 days, well-paying, you know, great experience. And, like, at the time, I was like, man, that sounds great, but, you know, I can't quit my job over that. And, you know, I was able to help him here and there, but, you know, after reflecting on it, you know, it just didn't make sense to turn down great opportunity for something I didn't want to do anyway. So that, like that, it doesn't make sense like that. So that kind of got the wheels turning. And it's like, why am I even like, that, you know, that, you tell that to anybody, that don't make sense. Like, and so there's stuff like that. And then also, probably after that, I kind of got hit with a more entrepreneur bug where it's like, you know, I had to juggle so many things to where, like, you know, I didn't have time, you know, for family or, you know, to go see friends or handle personal issues, to where, you know, I was kind of doing my own business on the side, but still trying to hold down a day job. And it kind of got to a point where I was like, you know, this don't make sense now. When I decided to go full time, it wasn't like one big defining moment to where it's like, oh, this is it. I think one of the biggest things is like, you just got to decide that you're just gonna do it. And, you know, now mind you, I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna quit today, walked out or anything like that. I kind of like thought about it. I'm like, well, I know it's going to be more busier when it's warmer, so I'm going to put my 2 weeks in before the busy season, and, you know, and things like that. I thought about it, and, you know, weighed the pros and cons, and, like, I'm married too, so it's like, I had to talk to my wife.
Handsome guy like you got to be. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I try. So.
DJ Cat.
But basically, it was just a multitude of different things and different signs to where I paid attention to that.
Was your wife supportive about the decision initially?
She was worried at first, but she knows this is something that I wanted to do for a while. And it's kind of hard to talk with any spouse like, well, what are you going to do? I don't know, but just trust me to figure it out.
Is she supportive now? Like, so
yes.
How long ago how long have you been full-time in your business?
It's been about a few months.
A few months, okay. I like it.
So probably, it started in February. We talked about it prior, like, you know, weighed the pros and cons and
do you
stuff.
have any kids at this moment?
No, that's a good thing. But I know some people that do have kids and the whole 9 yards, and they, you know, they still figure it out. And, you know, I just think the biggest thing is you just got to take that leap of faith and do it smart and, you know, just keep going at it.
Absolutely.
Like even with this time, the reason that I'm here today with you is, I'm on here in Dallas for some business and whatnot. But I did take some extra days because I haven't seen Dallas. It's Memorial Day weekend. You know, I want to catch a pool party, you know, a little club or what's going on. But at the same time, I was like, you know, I do want to connect with some people out here, some like-minded people to, you know, do that. So you kind of just have to have that mindset of, you know, wanting to grow too.
Did you have anyone mentoring you when you made your decision? Like someone who already ran a successful business?
And see, that's the biggest thing. I didn't really have and that's kind of something I wanted. I didn't really have somebody that went through that steps or a mentor or anything like that.
So you're literally just figuring it out as you go?
Yeah. And that kind of makes it hard. And, you know, I feel like if I had a mentor, you know, I'd be, you know, a little bit more ahead than I am now. But, you know, you can't let that stop you either. You know, there's so many resources and people with different stories that are going through the same thing.
Absolutely. So what I remember when I quit my job, right, and I made a big, I do it big, man. I was frustrated. And I remember someone even told me a dream. They was like, man, when you do it, you should rent a limousine and have a whole red carpet road out, and you walk out and you say, screw your boss, and you throw. I didn't do that, but I wanted to. I couldn't afford the limousine. Otherwise, I did it, right? But after I did that, I remember so many people reached out, not publicly, but privately, or just text message, or we sat down, they talked, they were like, man, the way you did that, like, and I was scared as all outdoors. I was listening to Les Brown when I made the decision, but I was scared. They were like, man, the way you did that, it motivated me. Man, I hate being here too. Man, I can't believe you did that. Man, I wish I could be like you. And I wasn't killing it as an entrepreneur, right? No. But it was just that audacity to step out on faith. So have you so far had people reach out to you and say, you know, man, the way you did that, I really want to lead too, and I'm just anything like that? Yeah, no,
absolutely. Like, I had people, you know, former coworkers that reached out. Matter of fact, on my last day when I was walking out of the call center, like, I went live and stuff. I'm like, I wasn't being ignorant or nothing. But I know like people was kind of like paying attention, so I went live. I was like, oh, I'm walking out, I'm trying to do my own thing. People talking to me. There was like some people working there, even though I quit. Like, it was like, oh, where you heading? I was like, oh, I'm done. It was like, oh, you leaving? What you about to do? I'm like, working for myself, I guess. Oh yeah, so I got comments from people, congratulating.
Any haters?
Not that I see.
Yeah. Okay. I
mean, they ain't talking to me.
You ain't made it until you got haters. I feel like.
I'm sure they're there.
Kanye got all kind of haters.
Oh yeah.
Kanye's made it for sure though. Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing in our generation, man, there's so many people who have these videos of like Ty Lopez. It's like, here's my car, here's my library, here's my Ferrari, all this other stuff, and it just comes off as disingenuous. That's not a shot to Ty Lopez or whatever, right? So what I'm saying is, the way we portray entrepreneurship, we portray all the positive things, and people think it's easy to make it overnight. So what I want to ask you is, like, can you share maybe a story where, like, you got started and maybe you missed an opportunity or something because of, like, maybe a habit that you had that you needed to change, or something where you had to, like, you realize, I'm not the person I need to be yet, I need to grow, with maturity or anything like that, maybe a situation that happened?
I'd probably say one thing that I'm trying to be better at is putting myself out there, because, like, I feel like I'm good at what I do and things like that, but it's like, the actually talking with people, networking, anything that you do, that's a big thing in entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of hard to, like, sell yourself, or even when you got legitimate accolades, like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, it's kind of hard to be kind of braggadocious about yourself. Reach out to people that you don't think is not going to care what you're talking about. But that's probably one of the biggest things I got to change, because closed mouths don't get fed. So.
Absolutely. One of my favorite books, my favorite book all time is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And it was by a guy named T. Harv Eker. I would highly recommend it to you. And he basically just it's like 17 wealth files. And a wealth file is just how you think about business, money, entrepreneurship in your mind. And I remember one specific chapter talks about, wealth or rich people.
Right.
It's rich people. They admire, like, sales, and they love sales and marketing and promoting themselves.
Right.
Like promoting themselves versus poor people. They don't like sales, and they feel like promoting themselves is a negative thing. Right. And so what we do is we keep ourselves here. And I'll never forget, bro. I started an audio engineering company back in Denton when I went to school, right? Yeah. And I literally remember thinking, walking around telling me, I'm going to be the best, I'm going to be the best kept secret on the campus. I'm going to have my own audio engineering company, and I'm not going to tell nobody. And I'm just thinking, like, looking back on it, like, bro, you sound stupid. I sound completely...
Not going to tell nobody.
I remember, I was like, yeah, it would be cool. Dumb. Just incredibly dumb, right? I would definitely recommend that book. I love it. I love reading in general, but that was one of the books that really made it click, and I still go back to it at least once a year, because there's still things that I learned from it. But let me ask, man, because I appreciate your time. Let's say, like, again, I have a young audience, right? Yeah. Right now, looking at these interviews and everything. Let's say that I have someone who's younger. They got the idea to start a business. Maybe they've recently started it.
Right.
They don't know a whole lot, and I know you're just a few months into your career, right? Look in the camera, give them maybe 1, 2, or 3 tips that you think could help them take their business to the next level, or inspire them to take some more action.
Okay. Whether you work at a day job, one thing you got to think about is time management. Like, I had my partners send me videos and stuff like that, to where people is like, man, you count your hours, not the days. And once I kind of implemented that, you find out how precious time is, to where, like, to where you need to maximize it, maximize your downtime to better yourself, better your product, better your company and stuff like that. And you come to find out, once you know how to do time management, even if you work in a full-time job or even overtime and stuff like that, you can still take the time to better yourself and your own company, even if you got to take away some fun stuff and things like that. So I think
sacrifice.
That's just sacrifice. And something like that, that's not even like a huge sacrifice. That's just, small steps. So that's a one big tip right there. And then 2, even if you're still working and things like that, just maximize your resources and opportunity. I first got my equipment for, like, video production just off of, like, credit card.
On credit.
On
credit. I heard that part.
And I don't recommend messing up your own credit, but it was like good zero financing and stuff like that. I was smart with it. But
hey, whatever you got. How much was that camera?
First camera I got, it was like, I probably spent like a couple grand for, like, the whole setup and packaging.
All on credit.
Stuff. Yeah, pretty
I like
much.
it. Just jumping on faith. I like it.
Yeah, and then, and on the other end too, you can, save up and just get that to where you don't even have to deal with that. But overall, just kind of maximize the resources for the situation you're in right now, because you may know somebody that can do something. You can still network. You can still do this and that, and a lot of that stuff don't cost just nothing but time and effort. So, I would definitely do that. And then, lastly, whenever you're ready to take that leap, I would just say pay attention to the signs. You're gonna know when it's a right time and when it's not a right time to take that leap of faith. You just got to pay attention to the signs, where you get pulled into, what's going on, even what's going on with your company, because you can get laid off, or fired for nothing any day. So
yes.
So just kind of take a step back and kind of pay attention to what's going on in your situation and kind of follow your heart from there.
Love it. So lastly, where can they reach you at? What social media sites, what website? How can they reach William and your company?
Okay, yeah, my company name is Celestial Pictures LLC. Our website, celestialpicturesllc.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I am Will H, all one word, same handle. Even for our production company and social media, Celestial Pictures LLC on Instagram. You can just follow us on those different sites on YouTube. We got all our stuff out there, and just kind of check out some of our work and what we're about.
Okay, awesome. William, I appreciate you joining us today, brother. Whatever we can do to help you further grow your business, let us know.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you, brother.
Yeah.
Till next time, this is Argustic Dunbar, the hybrid entrepreneur, coming at you. Signing off.